Welcome to our class. Today we are focused on the container management. Log in my Docker Linux box. In previous class, I start a container with the random name. I have to use a container ID to stop the container. Docker support adds a container name parameter when container start up. The parameter is minor name. My container name is web. Open other terminal to check container status. GAT is running. Container name should be unique. Unique means the name should be unique in running container and stop container. Container web is running. If I try to running container with the same name, I face the error message. Container name already in use by container. Use Ctrl+C to stop the container. Launch the same command again. Same error message. That means container name should be unique in running container and stop container. Next, restart stop container. Docker container restart plus container name. Check container status. Container is running. Docker container stop with container name. Container stopped. Docker container rm with container name. The command can delete container. Container deleted. Above command, Docker container is running in a thread. Well, when I close the terminal, the container is stopped. Docker Container Detached mode shown by the option minor detach or minor d means the Docker container runs in the background of your terminal. It doesn't receive input or display output, such as Docker container run minor d detach mode, name web, GT image, tag is 9.4.31 minor GRE8. Check container status. -f means filter. I add container name equal to web in filter. There are two ways we can stop container, kill and stop. What difference? Docker stop attempt to stop the container and all the main process to clean up before the shutdown. Docker kill command stop the main process immediately. For example, I found a container spend too much memory and the Docker stop doesn't work. I'll use Docker kill to stop the container. Docker event is showing Docker event log. Start container. Docker events. Docker top plus container name. It gives you detail Docker main process running status. The command in there. Java command start JT web application. Docker stats give you resource information of Docker, such as a CPU, memory, I/O, etc. Ctrl+C able to out for Docker status. The event show us we run the container top command. test the Docker container kill command. The events has a log. Container kill first, and then container die. Exit code is 137. Latest steps, disconnect the network. In the future class, will be introduce the Docker network. Remove container destroyed. That message related to the command Docker container rm. Running other container, I test stop command. There's a difference between the kill and the stop in signal level. The signal is kill, signal is 9. The stop signal is 15. Also, the exit code is different. For kill, the code is 137. For stop, the code is 143. Move to next command, Docker exec. Docker exec command is able to access a running container. Exec command has one parameter, minor IT. IT means interactive terminal. Web is a container name. /bin/b shell is a container login point. For logout container, input exec. After container is stopped, I have to run a rm command to remove the container. Again. That's not fine. To avoid rm command, I can add minor rm as a parameter when container start up. The magic parameter will be delete container after the container stopped. Let's try. Check container status. Stop the container. Check status again. There's no web container anymore because the container removed. One thing, forget it. Docker container are run minor IT, minor name. The minor IT is meaning run the container in the thread with the interactive terminal. Use about command can access the container after startup. Please remember the thread is running. When you close the terminal, the container will be stopped. Docker inspect provides detailed information of the container. The command output is JSON format. Run container in a detached mode. Docker container inspect with container name. I can get all the container detail on the JSON format. The create time, pass. Process ID. Hard disk driver style overlay 2. Volume information, image information, network config, IP address. Minor format can help us find specific information, such as container IP. IP is 132.17.0.2. Minor format is depend on output a JSON structure. Other, we can use a pipeline command with script and keywords. Also, we are able to find the IP address. Docker log command. Docker container logs plus container name. The command is used to get container log information. The log captures the entire stand output and stand error stream. Log in there. Latest topic for today: export and input. Docker container export, container name, minor means output, file name, jtbackup.tar. The command can use to backup a container. The file in there, jtbackup.tar. Container stopped. Since we add minor rm when the container start up, after stop, the container automatically removed. That's why the error message, no such a container wipe, because the wipe already automatically deleted. Input, cat backup file, pipeline command, docker input image tag, test, myJT, version is v1. Check image, repository test/myJT, tag is v1. The image is our input image. Logic is I export a container and input container as image. Image management in next chapter. Image RM is able to delete the image. Thank you for watching. See you in next class.